It appears that the bike gods are smiling upon us, or maybe they're just laughing. We'll see. I found this 1971 Schwinn Breeze 3-speed in Campus Green on Craigslist. It appeared to be a good donor for our 1970 racer project. It was advertised as a single speed, but I could clearly see the Sturmey Archer 3-speed hub in the photos. The bike had the wheels we needed. It also had the green hand grips and brake levers we needed. The seat looked like something we could use as well. And to top it off, it had chrome fenders. However, the bike was missing the shifter components. The bike was located closer to my friend, so we decided that he would go pick it up. We learned our lesson with the 1970 racer and decided that he would send me pictures before buying it. We did identify an issue with the bike, but we decided to go ahead and buy it anyways. Dude, are those the same clothes you wore in the last video? Narrowing the date range on this bike is a little more difficult than the 1970 racer. In 1965, Schwinn changed the name of these women's lightweight bikes from Co-Ed to Breeze. The Breeze name continued on until the model was discontinued after 1978. This bike has the mag-style front chain sprocket, making it a 1969 or later. So from this perspective, we can narrow the year to somewhere in the 1969 to 1978 range. The chrome fenders and the non-mattress S seat further narrows the range. Messinger mattress seats have springs in the seat pan. The springs are covered with a foam padding, and the seat is covered with a pre-molded vinyl covering. Messinger non-mattress seats have a solid steel seat pan. The steel pan is covered with foam padding. This non-mattress seat is covered with a two-tone S-type pre-molded vinyl covering. In 1971, Schwinn discontinued the deluxe version for both the Racer and Breeze. They found a happy medium by adding chrome fenders and a non-mattress two-tone S seat to the standard model. This further narrows the year to somewhere in the 1971 and 1978 range. Of course, this assumes that the bike is original. Now let's take a look at the serial number. Remember, the first two characters of the serial number determine the month and year. The first two characters here are K as in Ken and G as in George. The K represents the month. We determine the month by counting from A to K, skipping the letter I, which gives us 10, or the month of October. Schwinn skips the letters I and O so that they are not confused with the numbers 1 and 0. The G represents the year. In 1965, Schwinn changed from a single-digit numeric year to a single-digit alpha year. So, if we count forward from A to G, A being 1965, we get 1971. This gives us a manufacture date of October 1971. Hey, are you going to actually do any work? This is work. Right. The main issue we found when my friend went to check out the bike was the rough shape of the rear fender, so we won't be able to use it. However, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that the bike had the period-correct full-size pedals. Most Breezes came with the smaller junior-size pedals, similar to this. These full-size pedals in this condition can sell for as high as $60 on eBay. I also saw that the bike had the shifter pulley. However, we will need to find the hardware to properly mount it to the racer's mounting point. The rear rims may look a little scary, but I find that this is normal with Sturmey Archer hubs. The hubs are designed to hold a small amount of 20-weight oil inside of them. However, they have no oil seals, and the oil tends to leak out onto the rims, attracting dirt, and then drying out over time. This usually cleans up relatively easily. I noticed that the front tire was not properly seated. There are a number of reasons that can cause this. The incorrect tire size would be one. Another possibility is incorrect rim strips. I have seen where the wider 20 mil strips were used instead of the correct 12 mil. The tire binds up against the rim strip and does not seat properly. Rust can cause this issue as well. Or maybe the tire just was not properly seated in the first place. We'll find out during the teardown. The tire is heavily age-cracked and probably has been this way for many years. The parts we plan to use from this donor include the complete handlebars, including the grips, brake levers, and stem. I don't want a chance damaging the grips while trying to remove them, so I'll just take it all as a unit. We will also use the seat, the wheels, the front fender, the pedals, and the shifter pulley. The donor provided parts plus the normal overhaul parts like tires, tubes, rim strips, shifter cable, brake cables, and brake pads leaves us only missing the shifter, the fulcrum, the rear fender, and the rear reflector with bezel. I was able to find the correct reflector and bezel on eBay for a pretty good price. As for the shifter, fulcrum, and rear fender, I have done something I normally don't like doing, and that is using aftermarket parts. This project is getting a little out of hand, so I decided to try this route. We'll see how it works out. So what's next? Well, we plan to tear down the 1970 racer, as well as harvest the parts off the donor. It's about time. We will take a close look at the parts and see if we need anything else. Fingers crossed, but I have a suspicion that we will be perusing listings on eBay soon enough. That's all for now. And remember, it's only original once. Take care.